The two lines graphed on the coordinate grid each represent an equation. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Which ordered pair represents a solution to both equations? A, -4, 0. B, -2, 1. C, 0, -4. D, 1, -2. Sarah fixed computers at our customer's home. She created a table to represent the data. If Sarah were to graph her data, which of the following would be true? Study the table and ask your teacher if you have any questions. F, the y-intercept would be $100. G, the y-intercept would be $25. H, the slope would be $50. J, the slope would be $25. Which table below represents the relationship where y is 3 more than the product of x and -5? Study the answer choices and ask your teacher if you have any questions. The graph models the linear relationship between the charge for a trip and the number of miles driven for 2 taxis. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Based on the graph, which statement appears to be true? F. The charge for a trip with a distance of 5 miles is $5 greater for taxi 1 than for taxi 2. G. The charge for a trip with a distance of 5 miles is $5 less for taxi 1 than for taxi 2. H. The charge for a trip with a distance of 5 miles is $20 for both taxi 1 and taxi 2. J. The charge for a trip with a distance of 5 miles cannot be determined for either taxi 1 or taxi 2. Which is the graph of equation y equals -2x plus 2? Study your answer choices and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Ada will buy the same number of stamps every month to add to a stamp collection her grandfather gave her. The table shows the number of stamps Ada will have at the end of X months. Study the table and ask your teacher if you have any questions. How many stamps was Ava given, and how many stamps will she buy every month? F. Ada was given 200 stamps, and she will buy 50 stamps every month. G. Ada was given 180 stamps, and she will buy 70 stamps every month. H. Ada was given 180 stamps, and she will buy 50 stamps every month. J. Ada was given 200 stamps, and she will buy 70 stamps every month. Kelly sells candles for $3.25 each with a shipping and handling cost of $4.50. Which equation best represents the total cost y of buying X candles from Kelly? A. Y equals 3.25x plus 4.50. B. Y equals 3.25x plus 4.50x. C. Y equals 4.50x plus 3.25. D. Y equals 3.25x minus 4.50. The graph of a linear relationship is shown on the coordinate grid. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. What is the y-intercept of the graph of the linear relationship? Record your answer and fill in the bubble on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. Which equation best represents the data in the table below? Study the table and ask your teacher if you have any questions. A. Y equals 0.15x plus 200. B. Y equals 0.15x plus 200x. C, y equals 0.15x minus 200. D, y equals 0.15 plus 200x. The graph represents the amounts Bob and Billy earn each hour mowing lawns. After how many hours will Bob and Billy earn the same amount? Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. The graph models the value of a machine over a 10-year period. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Which equation best represents the relationship between x, the age of the machine in years, and y, the value of the machine in thousands of dollars over this 10-year period? A, y equals negative 0.002x plus 2,500. B, y equals negative 500x plus 8,000. C, y equals C, y equals 500x plus 8,000. D, y equals 0.002x plus 2,500. Jordan wanted to put more money into her savings account, so she started a new job. The graph below shows how much Jordan has in her savings account over a period of time. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. How much did she deposit monthly? F, $20. G, $30. So that is G, $30. H, $50. J, $60. The graph of a line is shown on the grid below. Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Which equation best represents the graph of the line? A, y equals negative 2x minus 4. B, y equals 2x minus 4. C, y equals 2x plus 4. D, y equals negative 2x plus 4. The cost of shipping a box is based on its weight. The table below shows this relationship. Study the table and ask your teacher if you have any questions. Which equation best represents this relationship? F, y equals 4.5x plus 2.25x. G, y equals 3x. H, y equals 2.25x plus 4.5. J, y equals J, y equals 3x plus 4.5. What is the slope and the y-intercept for the equation graph below? Study the graph and ask your teacher if you have any questions. A, slope equals 3 over 2, y-intercept equals negative 4, 0. B, slope equals 2 over 3, y-intercept equals 0, negative 4. C, slope equals 3 over 2, y-intercept equals 0, 6. D, slope equals 2 over 3, y-intercept equals 6, 0.